All right, this last problem looks a lot nastier than it really is. In Boston, the number of hours of daylight, D of t, at a particular time of the year can be approximated by this, what looks to be a really ugly equation, with t in days and t equals 0 corresponding to January 1st. How many days of the year have more than 10.5 hours of daylight? So we basically need to solve for that t. If we let d of t equal 10.5, let's make this not so ugly. If you remember back before when we started out and we had a 2 theta, we let that 2 theta equal x. So let's just do that. Let's let our theta equal that really big mess. 2 pi over 365 times t minus 79. Now when we look at this equation that we have, it's not nearly as nasty. We have d of t equals 3 sine of, but now this whole mess is just theta plus 12. Now we're going to let d of t equal 10.5 because we want to know when we have 10.5 hours of daylight. And now we're going to solve this for theta. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Bringing the 12 over, we get negative 1.5 equals 3 sine of theta. So the sine of theta equals negative 1/2. And we've had this problem before. So we actually have that theta equals 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. But now remember, that's not what our answer is. That's what theta is. So now we have to set both of those equal to this big mess up here and actually solve for t. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Multiplying by that reciprocal, so multiplying both sides by 365 over 2 pi would cancel and make that 1, and when we multiply that side we get 212.9. When we add 79, we get that t is approximately 292. And multiplying by that reciprocal, we get 334.6, so we get that our t in this end is approximately 414. But now 414 is more than a year, so we've gone into the next year. Let's subtract off a year, and that's going to give us the 49th day then. So to answer our question, between the 49th day and the 292nd day of the year, Boston will have more than 10.5 hours of daylight. If you have any questions on this, I'll see you in class.